In today's video, we're going to do our first ever mail day. These are all PC editions. Did I make some good buys or some bad buys? Let's find out. So before we get into the goodies and those saucy pieces of cardboard, help a brother out, click that subscribe button. Just takes one moment. Click, 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 click. So as you can see on your screen, we have our first ever mail day. Sexy boxes. So today we're going to dive in. We're going to have a look and let's see what I got. So as you can see, two chunky packages. Let's open the first one. So starting off, we've got the lovely Vicario black and white, I think. It's a refractor from the new UCC flagship. I'm not a big fan of the design. I don't like the fact that they decided to... Yeah, we've already got the name here. So what's this? Is this for us that can't read small print? So they've done the big print. So I'm not really sure of that, but I do like this color. So I got this color of all the players, and that's just because I like how it looks. This is out of 150, and that's a nice little color there. So that's Vicario into the collection. So the next two cards are of the same player. One's a short print and one's a super short print of Lucas Bergvall from the same set as Vicario. As you can see, a slight variation in the photos. I really like that there's a bit of difference. I'm someone who loves to collect short prints and super short prints of Tottenham players. So hopefully these will grade. I'd love them graded. As you can see, not numbered. Everything's the same on the back. But some super sexy cards for the collection. Next up, the legend, the man himself. A bit of an insert from the same set. This is Heung-min Son cover stars. Ooh, look at the shine on that. It's a bit of a green. There's a little bit of blue in there. I wasn't sure if I liked this insert, but now I've kind of got a few of them going in the collection. I'm going to aim to get them all because I'm a greedy bastard. But as a collector, you will understand. So this one's out of 99. I don't know. I think that's the highest print of this insert. That's nice. It's a little Heung-min Son. Since I've been a fan of Tottenham since the 90s, there's one player in particular that I remember he broke my heart when he left the club. He did come back to the club, but he left for Man United, and I am talking about Teddy Sheringham. It's an on-card auto. Beautiful canvas creations. I think you can just see it in there. It's out of 10. It's number 8 of 10. So that's beautiful. As I said, he broke my heart when he left and went to United. But then he came back and served a few more years with us. He was my favourite player for a period there, along with David Ginola and Les Ferdinand. So I'm stoked about that. I finally got an on-card auto of Teddy Sheringham. And even better to get one out of 10. Now, something I like to do and I try to do with collecting, and it has changed over time, is I used to try and do a rainbow for every player. Now, anyone out there that understands what a rainbow means, it means you get every color and release of parallels and numbers of a certain player. Now, as time went on, I understood how difficult that was. So now I basically hunt certain ones within each release. So I love the tie-dyes, I love the camo, the winter camo. So I hadn't been able to get one for a while, but I finally got the Udogi tie-dye. Sexy little color that. That one is out of 49. But I do love that. That can go into my Udogi folder along with all the others that I have. Next one coming along is another legend. He was kind of in the midst of wrapping up / finishing at Tottenham when I started getting into Tottenham. But he's a bloody icon, and as someone who loves having these older generation players, I was stoked to finally get this. I have a few of his cards already, but I was finally able to add the illustrious ink Chris Waddle. That one's out of 10 as well. That's number 3 of 10. Stoked to get myself a Chris Waddle out of 10. That's beautiful. That's illustrious ink. The last card out of package 1 was another Teddy Sheringham. Interestingly enough, they sent it in a one-touch, which anyone that knows about posting cards and receiving cards, it's not usually the smartest thing to do, but I love that. It's another Teddy for the collection. That one is out of 10 as well. That is a 1 out of 10. So it's beautiful. Another bit of Teddy for the collection. So now we're into package 2. So as I mentioned earlier, and I showed you, I loved this Vicario colour from the current UCC flagship. So I've been trying and chasing all the Tottenham players of the same pattern and parallel. And luckily I was able to get all of them except 2 at the moment, but I have already bought them. So we've got a Bergval. It's out of 150. It's 72. I got Richie Boy. That's lovely. I love that color. I love that design. As I said, I'm not a massive fan of the release. I think, weirdly enough, it's been so overhyped, but I love the black and white and that little bit of shine. That one's also, of course, out of 150. That's 43. I got the Matters. I love Matters. A side point, I think he is an outstanding player on his day. He's one of my favourite or current favourites, but I wonder what's gone on this year. He's gone off the boil, but I love him. Always will. That's 68 of 150. Archie Gray. I mean, anyone that's watched a Spurs game this season will understand just the maturity this 18-year-old has. He is outstanding. Can't believe we have him in the team. One of the best signings of a while, I think it will end up being. And that's number 2 of 150. Just gorgeous. And the man himself, Sonny Boy. Oof. I just love it. I might be the only one because it is a high print, and that is 30 of 150. But I just think it's amazing. Look at that. So I've just got Udogie and I have Mikey Moore, but as I said, I've been able to get them all. So we've got Vicario, Sonny Boy, Gray, Matters, Richie, and Bergval. I just love those colours. A lot of people aren't going to want them because, it's out of 150. But for me, the colour that they provide, the look of them, it's just unique. I think it's beautiful. So they are going to all go into a binder with their other cards. Love them. As I mentioned earlier, Bergval had a short print and a super short print, and they did the same with Bale in this flagship release. And I was able to snag both. Anyone that knows Spurs knows our love for Bale. I'm absolutely stoked to get these because his normal print in the flagship is in his Real Madrid colours. I think these cards, the short prints and the super short prints, have been slept on because I don't think many people have been talking about them. So if you're into a certain team, make sure you look up that checklist and have a look if one of your favourite players has a short print and a super short print. So I love them. Not numbered, but 2 lovely different photographies of him. The passion shown on this one. So they're in the collection. Lovely. Now, the other short print in that collection was a Modric. He was an absolute goat. I still can't believe he played for us. But, things ended in a bad way. But, love it. So it's a short print. Again, not numbered. But it's lovely. Modric short print. Again, his other cards in the set are Real Madrid. Next, I was able to pick up some Deco cards. The recent release from Topps Deco. As we've seen, I love my old school Tottenham players. So it's out of 49. That's a Glenn Hoddle. Just an absolute goat. I don't care what you say, whether you love Spurs or not. absolute GOAT. Legend he is and always will be in my eyes. So that's out of 45. Nice bit of colour variation on that one. Now, silly enough for me, I've now gone for the rainbow of this man and a rainbow of the next man that I'll show you. But that's what happens when you're a collector. You start, you feel the itch, and then you keep scratching. So, Glenn Hoddle, out of 49. Love it. Next was 2 Van der Vaarts. My GOAT, my legend. Oh, I absolutely love this man for everything he did for us in a very short period of time. He got the club. He loves the club still to this day. And he says one of his biggest mistakes was actually requesting a transfer. And he made that request based off his family. It wasn't because he didn't want to play for us. And I still remember the day we signed him. I was like, couldn't believe it. We signed him from Real Madrid. It was a deadline transfer with Harry Redknapp himself. And now it's all about the rainbow with him. For me, I got the 75. That's got a bit of a pink tinge to it. And I was able to get the 99, which is a green, kind of browny gold tinge to it. Both of those. Love it. I was also lucky enough to win the 25 auto of Van der Vaart. Purple colour, kind of a bit of blue in there. Just a GOAT. Absolutely outstanding player. So I'm so unbelievably stoked to have that in the collection. The next couple of case hits, and one I've been chasing for a while and I wasn't able to get, but I finally got it, was the Intergalactic Heung-min Son from the Score set. It's not the most flattering a photo of Sonny. I am trying to get every case hit of Sonny in my collection. It's a big goal, and when we come to looking into some of my collection in a future video, been lucky to accumulate a lot of it. Still missing a couple, but I'm ecstatic that I've finally got the Intergalactic. 3 cards to go. One, the very last one, is a slab, but these 2 are case hits. We've got the Sunny Mojo, and we've got the Bergval Mojo. Now, I think people have also forgotten that these are case hits. Everyone is chasing Bergval's Mind Game, which is a short print. But these, surprisingly, people aren't getting on. Now, I understand the design is probably a little bit questionable. I'm not sure about this piece here. The other thing for me with this photo, that isn't Sonny's celebration. Anyone that knows Sonny, that's not his celebration. That's a James Maddison celebration. So a bit unique to capture a different player's celebration. But I love it. It's a case hit. Mojo. And there's Bergval, the rookie sensation. Or people are hoping he's going to be a rookie sensation. But there he is, Bergval. And the last card that I was able to pick up this month. This is my Rainbow Chase. Now, if you've seen my Instagram, which you may or may not have, I am chasing the fuck out of this set. So this one's out of 50. It is the Fusion Blue and Red. Oh, just love it. It is my favorite Sonny set. Very hard to come by. Unfortunately, online, a lot of people are trying to market manipulate it. You know, there's a few cards I've been chasing. They sell for around 70 to 80 bucks in a PSA 10. And there's a guy on there that's trying to sell it for about 300 bucks. So, unfortunately, chasing it is taking time, but I'm getting there piece by piece. But I just love it. It's just something about this set. It drew me to it. And once I started, I had to get them all. In a future video, as I said, we look at the collection a little bit more that I've got and how it's growing. And you'll see the other bits. But also, as I said, if you're on Instagram and you are following Totally Football Cards on Instagram, you will have seen the current size of the collection. I love that card. Looking back on the cards, a bit of old, a bit of new, a bit of everything, a bit of blue. Was it blue? Yeah, blue and red. Blue and red from Sonny. So, you know, we got a bit of old, got a bit of sexy. We've got a bit of like just randomness. You know, a bit of everything for the collection. I wanted to go through, and we're just going to go through. These are ones I want to get graded, and hopefully it will be successful. I'm aiming for 10s. Because anyone that tells you they're okay with a 9 is deep down lying to themselves. I'm looking for 10s. So I'm going to get all of these ideally graded. I just love some of these cards. So overall, quite a mass amount. I think it's about 24 cards. But I'm stoked. I mean, when you're chasing a rainbow and you get something like this, when you're finding cards that you just love, and they're going in a binder, so they're not overly special, you get a bit of the players you love, and you just get the things you want, because I think we seem to forget that this hobby is about collecting. It's about looking at these shiny things and being like, oof, I love that. Like, I want that. None of these are to flip. None of these are to sell. These are all cards I want. These are all cards I'm excited to have. I think it was a pretty successful first mail day. Got to go back to this guy. Just love it. Can't get enough. So that's the first mail day done for the channel. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Do you like any of the pickups? Do you disagree with any of the pickups? Do you think I did well? Do you think I did bad? Let me know your opinion. I'd love to hear from you down below. Thank you for watching. I'm Jeremy. This is Totally Football Cards. Yeah, buddy. Let's get it. Well, there you have it. That's the very first mail day on the Totally Football Cards show.